I am playing Marvel Cosmic Invasion for the Nintendo Switch 2. This game just came out. It's a beat 'em up style game, and it has like old school graphics. It's totally cool. It's 2D, and you can see here this is the first stage. It's set in New York City. I think the caption for it said Road to Annihilation. And the first two characters I selected to play as are Spider-Man. You can see him right here beating the heck out of people. And Wolverine as well. You'll see him in a little while. But they have other characters you can choose from right from the beginning. I think Black Panther. I think Iron Man and some others too. But there's other characters you do have to unlock. Now, as far as the gameplay itself, it's pretty basic. I mean, your attack is just basically one button, and you can just keep mashing it over and over again. But you can also like jump and fly. You have a special move. That's a different button. Obviously, you can swap characters, and you can do like assists with the other character that you have. Right now, I'm still getting used to the controls because this is literally the very beginning of the game. They have a short training module right before the game starts, so you can learn the basic movements like moving forward, dashing, flying, jumping, your special move, the assist, all that. See, now this is getting a little overwhelming because there's too many enemies on screen, and that's why I swapped. For Wolverine, you can see right here, like his special move is he like clamps onto someone, and then he just freaking stabs him over and over. It's very effective in landing a lot of damage. You'll find that it's helpful when you're facing really powerful enemies. I mean, I just began the game, but like, if you're in a boss fight and you can just clamp onto them and just keep stabbing, you can really do a lot of damage quickly. And then you can just clamp onto them, and as soon as you get off, clamp right back onto them and keep stabbing them. So I like that. Spider-Man's not really like that kind of a character. He's more like a finesse, a real slick kind of character. He can jump up in the air, use his web slinging abilities, and freeze opponents, and also swing back and forth. So yeah, like you just saw right there. Look, you see those NPCs running across the screen? When I was playing, I was like, am I gonna accidentally hurt these people? But I don't think there's any possible way to actually hurt them. They just run across the screen and they're gone. And now there's other things like you need to look out for in these stages. Like in the background, I thought like the background was pretty fixed and there's really nothing there to do anything with. But you'll notice that there's like trash cans and stuff that you can break, and they have food inside of them, and you can use that to replenish your health. I figured that out later in the stage. But yeah, there's different kinds of enemies where some of them have like shields, and you'll see that coming up. Like you have to strategize how to dodge them or get past them, or if you're Spider-Man, jump up in the air, swing past them to the side where they're not dashing towards, and then you can get behind them and attack them there. There's no real way to, okay, here you go. Here's the guys with the shields. As you can see, there's no real way to attack them from the front, but if you can get behind them, like, then you can attack them. But like once they have their shields up, it's not possible to do damage to them, and then they'll just keep beating the heck out of you over and over. So you got to dodge them. See, I'm getting creamed right here by these two. It's two guys with shields. It's a little hard to deal with. See, finally, I was able to execute a successful swing and then get behind them and attack them. See, I'm still trying to master the whole jump up in the air, swing, and then also throw a web at the guy, freeze him for a second or two, and then attack him. Yeah, there's these like triangle things, or I should say, I guess pyramid things that are spinning right there. There's something called like focus or something. I have to look more into that, but they keep track of like how many of those you find, I think, and then they tally it up when they give you your final score at the end of each level. That's another thing I like. Like at the end of the level, you get to see how good you did, like how many enemies you killed, and any other, like, I think HP, how like you get an increase in HP. and how much was it, and so your performance does matter. I mean, it's not just do whatever the heck you want, and I mean, you could do it that way. You could just button mash if you want, but I have a feeling like as the game goes on and I get more comfortable with the controls, I could be real slick with it and get a higher score at the end. See, here's a trash can. I'm gonna beat it up, and one of those pyramid things comes out of it. I get okay, you saw that superhero over there? That's Beetle. And apparently the enemies are going after him, I guess because of the way his superhero costume looks. And they think that he's part of their group. I don't know, but that will come into play in a few minutes later in this level. Okay. Obviously, every character has their own strengths. Again, Wolverine is like look at that. I mean, very powerful with the damage. I mean, usually doing that once can dispatch an enemy. Like, there's a lot of different kinds of enemies, so some of them are more powerful than others. But like, look, I did it once and he's gone. That guy's gone. And look, he could jump up in the air, clamp onto one of those flying enemies, and start doing that. Stab, 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 stab. See, now you got multiple different types of enemies on screen. The shield guys, I'm still trying to get used to trying to get behind them without taking damage. It's harder to do when, it's harder to do when, oh, actually, I just noticed, you can just move up screen or down screen away from their charging attack. I might try that next time. But yeah, when there's a flying enemy, and then there's one of the regular guys, and then a guy with a shield, you know, it gets a little tough to deal with. But, all fun. Okay, so now we're at the end of the level. Here's Beetle. And something came out and clamped onto him, and now he's under the control of the big enemy in the game, the Annihilus. And now you have to, I guess, fight Beetle, who is under the control of the enemy. Like, he wasn't as hard to defeat as I thought, because with Wolverine, you'll see right now, look, clamp onto him, stab him, clamp onto him, stab him, clamp onto him, stab him. I mean, I just kept using that. Spider-Man was not as effective against this boss here at the end of the level. But Wolverine is absolutely crushing the guy, taking very little damage. See, then I switched to Spider-Man because this guy started flying around, and I figured if I can get up in the air with Spider-Man, that might help me. Oh, see, there you go. I was able to swing into a kick with Spider-Man. But, okay, so now he has this power beam, which I was trying to avoid, but I couldn't find a way. See, now, there's not just the main boss, there's these flying guys as well. See, now I don't know if he's blocking or what, but then my stabbing attack wasn't as effective anymore. I don't know what happened. So then I called in Spider-Man for an assist, and that helped. And that finally defeated the boss. Beetle, and I cleared the mission. It took 9 minutes and 2 seconds. 106 enemies defeated, and that's the end of the level. And I gotta say, I enjoy this game, and I can't wait to play more of it.
I gotta change my costume.
You sure do.